Hello everyone, hope you all fine. Today I Lakshmi Negi again with you with new chapter quadrilateral in which I will explain you exercise 8.1 question number 10th onward. Till question number 9th I have explained in my previous videos. Now see question number 10. I am going to read the question number 10. See ABCD is a parallelogram and AP and CQ are the perpendicular from vertices A and C on the diagonal BD. Show that triangle APB is congruent to triangle CQD and AP is equal to CQ. You can see that in this figure, this is a figure, and in this figure you have to prove that the triangle APD, that's mean this one triangle, and the triangle, this one, the triangle CQD, this upper one, the pink one and the violet one, these two triangles you have to make congruent. If these two triangles you have to make congruent, so you have to make three things equal. So first the first thing we will take equal? The first thing is AB equal to DC. Why? Because these are the opposite sides of the parallelogram. The second thing is angle 1, we can give it angle 1 and this is angle 2. Both are equal because these are alternate interior angles. And the third angle is this one. The angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Why? Because these are both are 90 degree. So from AAS congruency you can see that angle 3, angle 1 and this side. So from AAS congruency you can say that both the triangles, this upper one and this down one, both the triangles will be congruent to each other. This one. Now see the second part, how we will prove the second part equal. If both the triangles are congruent to each other, so you can say that AP equal to CQ. Where is the AP and CQ? This is AP and CQ. You know that if you have made both the triangles congruent, this upper one and this down one, you can see that if both the triangles are congruent, so by CPCT, by corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal, so we can say that this side equal to this side, both the sides will be equal, hence those two parts will be proved. Now see the next question, question number 11. I am going to read the question number 11. ABC triangle, you can see that it is an ABC triangle, and DEF triangle, that's mean it is an DEF triangle. AB, that's mean this side, this AB side, I will just show you with the another pen. This AB side is equal to DE side. That's mean these two sides are equal. Even these two sides are parallel to. These two sides are equal and these two sides are parallel to. So the first part you can see that the quadrilateral ABED, that's mean ABED, this is a parallelogram. If two sides are parallel and even two sides are equal, so we can say that it is a parallelogram. There is no another part you have to prove. You can directly write that it is a parallelogram because one side is parallel to second side and one side is equal to second side. So you can say that it's a parallelogram. So if you have to prove the first part, what you will write? You will write that AB is equal to DE, AB equal to DE, and AB is parallel to DE. Hence you can directly say that ABED is a parallelogram. Now moving to the next part, second part. In second part, I will show you that BEFC. You can see that BC, where is the BC? This is the BC. I am just changing the pen. C is the BC. This is the BC one and it is EF. You can see that BC and EF both are equal to each other and even BC is parallel to EF. BC is parallel to EF. So you can directly write BEFC is a parallelogram. So in this part also you have to write this thing, BC is equal to EF and BC is parallel to EF. Hence BCEF is a parallelogram. You can write it direct. Now moving to the next part, you can see that AD is parallel to CF. It's AD and it's CF. You have to make both the sides equal and both the sides parallel. If you will see the first part, you can see that in the first part, ABED is a parallelogram. This is ABED is a parallelogram. So for third part, you can write it. It's ABED is a parallelogram. So you can say that AD is equal to BE and similarly AD is parallel to BE. Yes. Now see BE. Now similarly see the second part. It's BEFC. I will show you that BCFE, BEFC. It's BEFC EFC, this one, the down one, this one, this parallelogram, this is also a parallelogram. So you can say that it's BE, it's BE. BE is equal to CF and BE is parallel to CF. If you will see these two, you can see that, see this figure, this BE line, I will show you with the another pen. You can see that this BE line is equal to AD, and is BE line, again this BE line is equal to CF, So from this equation and this equation, you can say that this AD is equal to CF and AD is parallel to CF. This we have to prove. You can see that. Now moving to the next part. In the next part, you can see that the quadrilateral ACEF is a parallelogram. Yes, this is the ACEF. This is the upper one. This upper one is the ACEF. As in the third part, you can see that AD is equal to CF and AD is parallel to CF. So you can direct write that from third part, ACFD is a parallelogram. You can write it direct. Now moving to the next part, AC equal to DF. AC equal to DF. As you can see in the third part, you have already proved ACDF as a parallelogram. This is a parallelogram. So definitely the opposite sides of parallelogram are equal. So you can say that AC is equal to DF. So you can say that AC equal to DF by the fourth part. Now moving to the last part. Last part is very easy. You can see that the two parts are given already. If you will see these two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle DEF. If you will see these two triangles, you will say that AB is equal to DE. It is given in the question. You can see that AB equal to DE. Similarly, BC, I will show you. BC, this BC side is equal to EF. It is also given in the question. And third part you have already proved. In the fifth part, you can see that this AC side is equal to DF side. AC side equal to DF side. So from SSS congruency rule, you can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. Now moving to the question number 12. This is the very important question of this exercise. See, I am going to read the question. In this question, you can see that ABCD is a trapezium. You can see that ABCD is a trapezium, and you should know the property of trapezium, that one pair of side will be opposite side of sides will be parallel. That's mean AB is parallel to CD, though it is already given in the question. And AD equal to BC. You can see that AD, the one opposite sides of parallelogram, non-parallel sides are equal. It is given in the question. Now you have to prove that angle A is equal to angle B and angle C is equal to angle D. I will show you that angle A, that's mean this angle equal to angle this, and angle D equal to angle C. These two angles we have to make equal. Now moving to the question, for the first part, what you will write? For the first part, you will write that since we know that AB is equal to CD, okay, and AD is parallel to CF. From where this CF come? We have done it from construction. This CF line is parallel to AD. This you have to write in construction part. Now you can see that AB line, that's mean this whole line, AB line or AE line is parallel to AC, DC, and this AD line is parallel to CE. So you can say that it is a parallelogram. It is a parallelogram. This you have to write in your copy also. When you will write it in your copy, so first you will write that since AB is parallel to CD and AD is parallel to EF, hence we can say that ABCD is a parallelogram. Now see that we have to make angle A is equal to angle B. So if you will see this parallelogram, you know that AD is equal to BC. From where it is come? It is given in the question. Okay, and you know that AD is equal to EC. This side equal to this side. Why? Because we have already proved it as a parallelogram. So opposite sides of parallelogram are equal. If you will see these two, you can say that this AD line is equal to BC line and this AD line is equal to CE line. So from equation 1 and 2, which I have written earlier, from equation 1 and 2, you can say that BCE, in triangle BCE, we can write that BC equal to CE. Hence, BEC is an isosceles triangle. This is an isosceles triangle. From where we get it? You can say that this side equal to BC and this side again equal to CE. So you can say that from equation 1 and 2, BC equal to CE. These two sides will be equal, hence it is a isosceles triangle. So you will write when angle this is equal to x, angle this is equal to x, so you can write it angle x. At the last I will just try to merge the solution of this exercise also. Okay, now this, if you will assume it as x, it will also be x. Why? Because it is an isosceles triangle. So if this is x, so you will, if you will see it carefully, you have assumed it x and this is x, so you can say that angle B is 180 minus x because it is an linear pair. It is a linear pair, so you can say that angle B is equal to 180 minus x. Now moving to the angle A, if you will see angle A, you know that you have assumed it as x, and if you will see this line is parallel to this line, so these two angles are co-interior angles, so sum of these two angles will be 180 degree. So you can say that if you have to find out this angle, this will be again 180 minus x. So you can see that angle B you have find out right now, it's 180 minus x by linear pair, and angle A is equal to 180 minus x by co-interior angle. So you can say that both the angles are equal to each other, hence we can say that angle A is equal to angle B. Okay, angle A is equal to angle B. Now moving to the next part, you can see that if you have to make angle C is equal to angle D, you know earlier that we have assumed angle E as x. So if you will see it carefully, angle D will also be x. Why? Because the opposite sides angles of a parallelogram are equal. That's mean both the angles will be xx. So angle D is equal to x. Now if you will see angle C, you know that angle B is also x, this one angle. Why? Because BCE is an isosceles triangle. So you can see that this is an alternate interior angle, so you can say that angle C will also be x. So from this and this you can say that angle C is equal to angle D because both are x. Now moving to the next part, this is the last part of this question. Now see that in this part you have to prove that ABC triangle is congruent to BD. ABC, for that you have to draw the diagonal ABC, and this is the BD, this is the BAD. You can see that with the another pen I can show you this is the another triangle, and I will show you this is the first triangle, and these two triangles we have to make congruent. If you will see these two triangles congruent, so first you will write in triangle ABC and triangle BAD, you will write AB equal to common because you can see that it's common, and you can see that AB equal to BC, AB equal to BC. Why? Because it is given in the question. AB equal to BC, it is given in the question. And I will show you AB equal to BC, and the third part angle A is equal to angle B. Angle A is equal to angle B. So you can say that from SAS congruency rule, both the triangles are congruent. So you can see the last part, the diagonal AC equal to BD by CPCT, because these two triangles we have find out that these two triangles are congruent. So by CPCT you can say that the diagonal AC equal to BD. You can see that this is the solution of question number 10th. Now I will show you the solution of question number 11. See, this is the solution of question number 11. If you will see it carefully, this is the solution, though whatever I have explained, this is in the solution form, you can see that. And this is the solution of the last question, question number 12th. You can see that this is the question number 12th, and this is the solution of the question number 12. Even I will show you the rest part of the question number 12. This is the final question number 12th. Thank you.